Hi Prep2, today I'm going to read you the whole of The Journey Home. I hope you enjoy the full story. The frozen sea was melting. Where has all my ice gone? The polar bear wondered. And where is my food? He looked around. Well, I can't stay here, he decided, so he went for a swim. As he swam along, he found a little boat, alone upon the sea. This will be easier than swimming, he thought as he climbed up. Before long, he came upon a city where machines rumbled and tall buildings hid the sky. Stand and look. What are you doing? Asked a panda, watching from the docks. I'm sailing in my boat, replied the polar bear. It's easier than swimming, you see. Well, I can't stay here, said the panda, lowering himself down into the boat. I think I'll come with you. And together the two animals sailed along, listening to the seagulls and saying hello to the fish. After a while, they floated up a river to where a jungle used to be. I've nothing to climb anymore, said an orangutan. My trees are disappearing. The panda and the polar bear looked around and saw that she was right. Well, you could join us, if you like, said the panda. Perhaps we will spot some trees along the way. So she climbed in, and off they went. As they sailed on, they looked up at the sky and saw the beautiful shapes that the clouds had made. What's that behind the rock? Said the orangutan suddenly. Shh, said an elephant. I'm trying to hide. Someone's trying to steal my tusks. Why don't you come with us? Whispered the panda. We can sail far away from here. So the elephant climbed in too. And so the animals laughed and played as their small boat carried them further and further. But the sea started to swell and dark clouds appeared in the sky. The storm passed and the animals knew the terrible waves had carried them far, far away. They thought of their homes and how much they missed them. As they sailed on, they all felt very lost on the big blue sea. A dodo watched from his island as the boat and its animals came into view. Hello there, he called to them as they sailed closer. We're lost, shouted the polar bear to the dodo. We've sailed too far. And now we want to go home. Well, of course you can go home, said the dodo. Really? Said the animals together. When? You can go home when the trees grow back, and when the ice returns, and when the cities stop getting bigger, and when the hunting stops. Oh, said the orangutan thoughtfully. And when will that be? Asked the polar bear. I don't know, said the dodo. Let's see what tomorrow brings. And on the very back page of the book, it gives us a bit more information about these creatures. I'll read those bits of information to you now. It says, the polar bear's home is under threat. The Arctic is getting warmer because of climate change, and the sea ice where he feeds is melting away. Elephants are often killed by poachers for their tusks, which are made of ivory. Habitat loss is also threatening their future. The orangutan is losing its home. It lives in forests, but due to overlogging for wood, its home is getting smaller and smaller. The panda only eats bamboo, and because of the destruction of its natural home, it is harder and harder for it to find the food that it needs. The dodo is an extinct animal. Due to overhunting and the destruction of its habitat, there are no dodos left. Now, that feels like a bit of a sombre, sad end to this story, but there is hope there. Just as you saw on the back page, the final page of the book, the animals are all together. And the dodo says, let's see what tomorrow brings. We'll be thinking a bit more about what tomorrow brings and the things that we can do ourselves to improve the situation for these creatures. But that is the story of The Journey Home. It's quite thought-provoking. It's actually got quite mature, grown-up messages within this book. And I'm really looking forward to seeing your version of The Journey Home using the creatures that you have chosen.